Hi, my name is Ian Lim. I'm the Chartered Accountant in Malaysia and also fellow member of ACCA. Hi, 大家好，我是林培贤助理教授。我拥有大马会计师协会的会员，也是英国特许会计师 ACCA 的资深会员。今天呢，我要跟大家分享 Accounting and Financial Management 会计与金融管理。什么是会计 ？What is accounting? Right? So to me, accounting is the business language. Right? Accounting allows us to communicate with business alliances. Right? So we are able to understand the business by reading financial statement. 这就是什么是会计。会计是一种语言，能够让我们跟商界人士保持沟通，能够让我们明白会计公司里面的业绩，就是从我们的会计里面得到的信息。What is financial management? 什么是金融管理？ Financial management is about management of finance, right? Many companies fail not because not making profit, but it's because not managing the finances well, right? So effectively, how to manage finances. So that is what we are going to learn in our course today. Right? To me, financial management is the heart of the business, 就是我们的心脏呀，公司的成绩、业绩，也就是怎样去管理好我们的那个金融管理 ，right？ 也就是 effectiveness， 有效的管理公司的 finances， 公司的金融管理。What is accounting? As I mentioned to you earlier, is to understand financial statement, right? 公司的报表，我们怎样去理解公司的报表 ？Understanding of financial statement. So 公司的报表分成4个 ，right? So I'm going to divide financial statement into 4 components. Number 1 is known as statement of comprehensive income, right? So that is also called profit or loss statement, and followed by statement of financial positions. Next is about the statement of cash flow, right? So you notice that we need to understand performance of the company. We need to understand the financial positioning, the strength of the company represented by assets, liabilities, and also the capital. So this information can be obtained from the statement of financial position and financial cash flow statement, right? So the cash flow statement is another important information, right? So we always say about cash is king, right? So from the cash flow statement, we are able to know how much cash are being generated in the business, right? Apart from the profits, right? So the profits and the cash flow are totally different, okay? So we need to understand what is the information provided by the cash flow statement. And finally, we need to learn how to interpret the financial statement through ratio analysis. All right? Statement, yeah? Interpretation of financial statement. So these are the components in the financial statement. Financial statement consists of statement of comprehensive income, statement of financial position, statement of cash flow, and interpretation of financial statement. All right? Right. Here will be the breakdown of the statement of comprehensive income. So mainly measure about the performance, right? 这个 statement of comprehensive income 就是公司的业绩 right? So we need to understand what are the income, what are the cost of sales, and also the expenses, right? So from the statement of comprehensive income, we look at the revenue, the income generated from the business, and the expenses, right? So the cost of the business, right? Operating cost. And followed by statement of financial position, right? So this is actually the measure of the strength of assets that the company own, right? So the company own. So what you need to look at? Assets. What we need to look at? Liabilities and also the equity, the capital in the organizations, right? So statement of cash flow, like I said to you earlier, cash is king to the business, right? So cash flow measure changes in the financial position. So only with the cash available in the business, we are able to change the organizations. So what we need to look at in the cash flow statement, we look at the cash flow generated from operations, cash flow from investment, and finally, cash flow from financing activities. So these are the three main components in the cash flow statement. So this is basically a summary of the cash book, right? So break down into three main components, and finally, whether you are able to generate cash, increase or decrease in cash for the business, right? And then when we talk about interpretation of financial statement, right? So we need to understand the financial statement so that we are able to interpret the results, right? So the reinterpretation by looking at ratio analysis, right? So, and the group of ratio divided into profitability ratio, liquidity ratios, right? Efficiency ratios, and that efficiency also refer to how well the organization manage its resources, all right? So how the company use the assets to generate profit for the business, okay? Followed by gearing ratio. Gearing ratio is about the borrowing, the gearing, the debts, the liabilities, comparison with the capital of the company, right? So we need to understand the debts, yeah, the 负资产, yeah? So what we need to look at is the gearing elements. Investors ratios such as EPS, earning per share, right? Dividend yield, dividend cover, all right? And PE ratios. All these are investors' concerns ratios, right? This is what we are going to learn in this course, this program here. Okay, then what is financial management, right? Financial management is basically about management of finances. As I mentioned to you earlier, it is about the heart of the business. Without the heart means the business cannot function well. So that we need to manage our finances. That's why it's called management of finances, right? So are divided into three main components. First one will be investment decision, followed by financing decision, and last one will be dividend policy or dividend decision, right? Investment, right, is basically about spending money today, hoping for future returns, right? So investment in non-current assets, as well as investment in working capital. And working capital, 流动资金跟 不动产 non-current assets. All right, these are important elements in the business, right? Especially the working capital, right? So you will learn about how to manage our inventory, how to manage our receivable, how to manage the cash, right? So that is working capital investment, right? And financing decision. You need to decide, right? Where are the sources of finances? Where are the sources of finance? The finances can come from equity shares, right? Shares capitals, right? Or borrowing through the bank loan, right? Etc. Right? So you can decide between leasing, hire purchase. So these are the sources of finance for the business, right? So financing decision. Dividend decision, right? How much we need to pay to our shareholders, right? In the form of dividends, right? So dividend means amount you pay out to the shareholder, then how much is being retained in the business for the future growth. Okay, so that is the heart of the business, which is very important to determine a future success in the organizations. Okay, so that is about my presentation today. For those who are interested about these courses, please contact the space, right, Southern UC for further information. Thank you.